It is 6:11 now. Welcome back. Historian Larry Luukanen passed away recently after a lifetime of sharing tales of Carlton County history. One of his most adventurous stories involved the founder of Wrenshall, Minnesota, a rogue French nobleman working as a cowboy, and a pair of used dueling pistols. Dave Anderson pays tribute to Luukanen while telling us how a Confederate, a marquee, and a set of guns came together in this week's Holding On to History.
Larry Luukanen of McGregor was a man of 1,000 stories. The former Bemidji State history professor told one of those tales to a large group of Wrenshall residents in 2010. It involved the man for whom the town was named, a rough-and-tumble French marquis, and a pair of dueling pistols.
This is Captain Charles Christopher Wrenshall.
Captain Wrenshall may have never even visited the town named for him. Wrenshall was a civil engineer for the Northern Pacific Railroad when they were laying track in the Northland. Company policy was to make a town every 10 miles and name it after an employee. Wrenshall did visit a town in North Dakota, though, where a hot-tempered Frenchman named the Marquis de Morris was running a cattle operation. The Marquis gave the railroad man a pair of dueling pistols.
He mentions in his letter of transmittal to Mr. Wrenshall that the pistols were used once, so we assume that there was a duel. Whether it was fatal or not is a matter of conjecture.
The rare cap and ball dueling pistols were donated to the Carlton County Historical Society in 2010 by Captain Wrenshall's grandson. Members of the society back then were surprised by the extraordinary gift.
We get a lot of calls from people saying, I've got this great stuff and, I want you to have it. And so we tend to temper our reactions to, oh, that's interesting, and we'll wait and see when it shows up.
What showed up was a matched pair of burnt thistle weapons with accessories in the original case. Their first owner, the Marquis de Morris, was a noted duelist whose sometimes questionable adventures went from France to America to Vietnam. He was killed in North Africa while trying to foment an anti-British revolt. Larry Luukanen's connection to the Northland ended last May when he passed away at the age of 81. He leaves behind several published books that tell stories as varied as the history of Cloquet to a look at the fur trade. Holding on to history in Wrenshall, Dave Anderson, Northern News Now.
Captain Wrenshall was a Confederate veteran of the Civil War and passed away in 1910. The chateau of the Marquis de Morris in Medora, North Dakota, is a state historic site open for public tours.